Hello and welcome back. Today I've got another ink review for you, and this one is called Jasmine, and the company I believe is called Lennon Tool Bar, and I'll leave some links down below. And if you watched my unboxing video from a little while back when I ordered from Dino Writes, then you would have seen me unbox this ink. So what I'm going to do, because I like to keep the sticker, has like a sticker closure here, and this is embossed. It's very, very pretty. I like to preserve that. So what I'm going to do is open this from the bottom and see if we can get the ink out that way. And then from the top, it'll look like it's still, yep, we can get it out. Okay, so that way when I put everything back in there, I will not have cut the sticker. All right. And this has some information in here. Looks like some instructions on how to use the inks. And it talks about, so this says, freshly picked jasmine blossoms are blended with green tea. And then it goes on to describe it. I wonder if this is going to be fragrance. I don't know. It says this company, yep, Lennon Tool Bar, was founded in Taiwan in 2014. Okay, so, and there's like a little QR code there. Interesting. Okay, we'll have to check that out later. So here's the bottle. It's got a little stamp on the bottom here, or a sticker on the bottom. And this label is also a sticker. I've never seen this any ink from this company before, so I'm just kind of curious about it. All right, let's just take this off here. Looks like it's going to be maybe a peachy color or something. It doesn't appear, it has a scent, but it smells like ink. It doesn't smell like flowers. So I don't think this is a scented ink. I think that was just the description. I'm trying to figure out a good place to put the bottle. I'll set it there and just move this over a little. Okay, so let's do our little ink test. I'm going to try to get more and more inks from companies or just places that I haven't heard of before. Maybe some brands that are just unfamiliar to me. So if you're into that, if you're into some, more different stuff, then perhaps this is a good place to be. Assuming I can always get these inks. All right, I'm going to let that sit and dry. We've got to write the name on there. And then I think I said this is Lennon Tool Bar. Let me double check. Yes. I don't know what the meaning of that name is, but I wonder what a toolbar is in this sense. So we're gonna set this aside to dry. It looks like it's kind of like a, I don't know, like an apricot or a tea color. Very pretty though. All right, so we're going to test this out on some copy paper first. It looks like I dripped on the bottle. Let me get that cleaned up real fast so I don't wreck the label. Set that aside here. And I'm going to try to clean some of this up just so I don't make the mess even worse. There we go. Okay. All right. Making sure you can still see what I'm doing here. Okay, so this is just plain copy paper. The ink actually looks really nice on this paper, even though this is just cheap copy paper. And let's see, this is copy paper. It's a pretty color. It's definitely unusual. I don't have a lot of inks in this color range. I can't tell if this is trying to be like a peach or if it's trying to be like a like a tan, like a brown or a golden color. Very different. We'll see how it looks as it dries. And then let's try the HP 32. There we go. Let's try some swirls. And then of course on this paper it's going to be a lot smoother because the paper is smoother. And if there's any inks or colors or anything that you'd like to see, if I have them or if I can get them, just leave a comment down below and I'll do a review of them if I'm able to. It'll also help me figure out what you guys are interested in seeing and what I should be looking for when I get inks. I may have to do more samples though, because sometimes it's difficult to get full bottles. Okay. All right, this is the Tomoe River paper. Oh yeah, we need to do those lines. I'll set this aside for a second and we'll put some of these lines on the HP 32 as well. You can already see that it's drying up really nice. Whoops. There does appear to be a little bit of shading on the Tomoe River. Let's put the lid back on here. And just in case I spilled anything, I'm going to just wipe this down one more time to make sure I didn't mess up the bottle. Okay, so now what I do to get everything back in is I take these little instructions and I'll put them back in on one side like that. And then this bottle goes in upside down. So that way when I set it up on the shelf, it'll be right side up. And then it looks like I never opened it. It just looks nice. Sometimes when I cut the stickers here to open it, it gets all raggedy and looks bad. Because I'm not always very good at cutting the labels off properly. All right, let's clean this off. And take a look at what we've got here. So this is the copy paper. It is a very nice color. Like I said, it's kind of a peachy leaning towards brown or something. It's very pretty, like a muted gold maybe. Maybe it's a muted gold. Sometimes I'm not good at discerning which way a color is trying to go, but it's very pretty. And then let me get this Tomoe River. I think it's almost dry. Okay. So what we can tell so far is that this is taking a second to dry. Okay, so it does definitely have shading in here. You can see it in the writing. There's some beautiful shading there. So this is a really nice one if you like shading. Lots of shading in there. There is some shading on the HP 32. You can see it in the writing here. And then on the copy paper, there actually is a little bit. It's not quite as dramatic as it is on these other papers, but it's pretty good on the copy paper and it doesn't bleed through at all. So if all you have is copy paper, this would work great. There's no feathering that I can detect, and everything else, it just looks great. So I think this would be a great one to get no matter what paper you have. And let me just grab the swatch and we'll take a look at that. All right, so this is how the swatch came out. Very pretty ink. What I like about this is around the edges here, it's almost like the outlining of ribbon or something. It's very, very pretty. It's got this just a little bit of shading, just enough to make this really stand out. And the color is unique. Like I said, I can't really place it. I can't tell if this is supposed to be a brown or like a peachy color or a muted gold. It's kind of in between all those colors, in my opinion. And it's just so unique and really, really pretty. So this will be a fun one to write with. I think it'd be really nice in a journal and really pretty for painting as well. And you can see even on here, we've got some lovely shading in the writing. So if you enjoyed this and you want to see more videos like this, just hit like and subscribe and you'll see more videos. Thank you so much for watching. You have a great day.